Today we're going to inhale and exhale. We're going to calm our bodies and do some stretches to ease any pain caused by our crochet. Just before we start, I want to let you know that all you need to do is these exercises gently. You don't have to push yourself past a breaking point, because these are the sort of exercises that you can build on. If you do them regularly, you then find you get more and more of a stretch. Also, you can do as least or as many as you would like. It all depends, because our bodies are all so very different. But what you can do to calm is focus on inhaling and exhaling as we go. And doing this one, inhaling and exhaling. I have a chair here, and you can use this for any of the upper body exercises if standing up too long is hard for you. And I've even got some lower body exercises you can do on the chair, because lots of us with lumbar spinal problems struggle to stand up for too long. When we crochet, most of us sit in a chair and we tend to lean forward. So we then get strain up our neck, up our back, and that's not to mention all the strain that you get from the actual doing of the crochet in your hands and up your arms, in your shoulders as well. Because of the position of crochet, we need to stretch out the front. And also because we're seated all the time, we need to do our whole body, not just the top where we crochet. So we're going to start with our legs slightly apart and your knees softened. We're going to inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And one more time. Inhale and exhale. This time, lifting your arms up, holding onto one of your wrists. Take this stretch over to one side, and you should feel a stretch down here. Hold on to that just a little while. Coming back up to center, swapping the wrist and stretching the other side. And up. While we're here, we'll do our triceps. So with your arms elevated like this, just bend one arm down, and if you can, put your hand onto your elbow and then push back at your elbow, and you should get a nice stretch down the tricep. Okay, we'll do that one for a bit. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and lift your arms and swap them over with an exhale. Hand down the back on your shoulder, other hand on your elbow, pushing just a little bit to get that stretch. Inhale and exhale. Okay, the next one I'm going to do is your biceps. So, hold your arm out in the front, pulling your hand backwards so you can get a stretch up here. Now swapping over, pulling your fingers back, getting a stretch up the inside of your arm. And release. Now we're going to pop one arm across our body and hold on to the wrist like this, applying some gentle pressure so you'll get a stretch through the back of your arm here and in your shoulder. Inhale and exhale. letting that one go, swapping over. So arm comes across the front of your body. Use your other arm to gently pull on that first arm so you get a nice stretch. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to do our neck muscles. Firstly, just tilt your head forward and let everything go. Let your shoulder muscles go loose. Just the intention, just the thinking of it actually makes it a whole lot better. Now, leaving your arms where they are, just tilt your head back a little and it will stretch these scalene muscles here. Head back up, dropping over to the side. Stretch should feel along here. Head back to the center and over to the other side. Ooh, that one gets me. And head up. Now what we're going to do is add a little bit of pressure to these. So popping your hands behind your head, dropping your chin down, just the slightest amount of pressure on your head gets an extra stretch down your neck and in between your shoulder blades. Coming up, doing the same thing, looking back only gently with this one, stretching out underneath your chin. Coming up, taking your head to one side, applying a little bit of pressure, extending that stretch. Inhale and swapping arms, exhale. Inhale and dropping your head to the other side with a little bit of pressure. Okay, now we're going to pop our arms out the front and clasp your fingers. I'm going to turn side on so you can see what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull my elbows out a little bit and I'm going to hunch my back. Okay, so you are pulling out the muscles in between your spine and your shoulder blade. Inhale, exhale, one more time. In and out. Now we'll do the opposite. Hands behind your back, clasping your fingers. Now this one is a bit tricky. Trying the best you can to pull your shoulders back. Just try and relax your neck. And this opens up our chest and the front of the shoulders. Inhale, exhale, and let go. Arms up, inhale, arms down, exhale, and shake them out. Now we're going to roll our shoulders forward, up and around for 1, 2, and 3, and then backwards. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to inhale and exhale. This time, wrapping your arms around your chest, applying a bit of pressure, dropping your chin. Inhale, exhale, open these arms and swap sides. Inhale, exhale and drop your chin. Inhale and let go. Now we're going to do some little hand exercises specific for knitting and crochet. First of all, we're simply going to open and close, open and close. And as you do that, stretch it out as far as you can and then tighten them in as much as you can. Okay, so open and close. One more, open and close. Now we're going to swirl our wrist around one way. Stopping there and going back the other way. Inhaling and exhaling. Stopping there. Now we're going to pop one hand on our fingers and gently push back. Inhale and exhale. Popping this same hand down, pushing on your fingers. Inhale and exhale. All right, swapping hands. Your other hand is up, pushing your fingers back. Inhale and exhale. Now drop your fingers down, pushing your fingers back. Inhale and exhale. Scrunching your fingers one more time. Inhale, exhale, and shaking them all out. Now I have one more exercise which works our shoulders and our latissimus muscles, which are down here, the lats they're called. All you have to do is lift one shoulder and bend forward, and you will feel a stretch down here. Okay, so it's lift and bend. I use this one a lot. I'll even do this while I'm crocheting. Lift and bend forward a little. And back. Now before I sit down, I'm just going to do a little bit of a lower back stretch. So engaging your abdominal muscles, inhaling and exhaling as you lean forward just a little. If you can go even further, that's absolutely fine. Okay, rolling up, rolling shoulders at the end. Hands on your hips and tilt over one way. Trying to get that stretch up this side of the abdominals. Coming up to the center. Inhale, exhale, over to the other side. Inhale and exhale. Okay, we're not going to do the one where you lean back. Too many of us have back problems for that. You can use the back of your chair if it's sturdy enough. Otherwise, a stairwell is another good option. Because the first thing that I want to do now is stretch out our gluteals. So stretching out our bottom muscles. You can either pop your foot on the chair, on the stair, or on the top of your lounge and simply leaning forward. You're going to find this one also stretches out the hamstring. Inhaling, exhaling, deepening into that stretch just a little bit, and exhale. Now we'll swap it over, so standing up straight again, swapping leg, leaning forward. I should have mentioned engage your abdominal muscles. Inhale, exhale and stretch. Stretching forward, actually that one works more behind my hamstrings than my glutes. Inhale, exhale. All right, the next one is a little bit tricky, but you can actually do this one on your chair if you prefer. We're going to take one leg across the other. Okay, so your ankle is resting on your knee. Then we're just going to sit. Sit down until you find that stretch in your gluteal muscles. Inhale and exhale. Only go as far as is comfortable for you. Inhale and exhale. Because our gluteal muscles and hamstrings, as you've just seen, really tighten up with all the sitting that we do. Swapping over, pop your other ankle on the other knee. Inhaling, exhaling, and sitting down only as far as you can. Okay? If you're very flexible, you can add a nice shoulder lean into this one as well. Inhale and exhale. Inhale coming up and exhale. Let's shake our legs. I just want to show you before I move on, for those people who really need to do that in a chair. Okay, the first exercise in the chair here, we're going to pop our leg out, heel to the ground and toes upwards. Firstly, you can just sit here and pull your toes back as far as you can. You'll find a really nice calf stretch there. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's swap that over. Heel to the floor, toes looking up to the sky and pulling them back. Leaning forward a little as you go. Inhale and exhale. Swapping over again. This time, heel is still to the ground, toes are still to the sky. We're going to put some pressure on this left leg as we lean forward, and there you will find that hamstring and gluteal stretch that I did on the back of the chair. Oh, actually you could do both of these because that's a good one, all right. Let's inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Let's swap our legs over. Okay, heel to the floor, toes to the sky. Leaning on this other leg a little, coming forward until you reach that point that you have got a really strong stretch in the back of your hamstrings and your gluteals. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. While I'm here, you can, if you want to, grab hold of your toes and extend that stretch, and you will get your calf muscles included in there as well. Inhale and exhale. Let's swap over and do the calf muscle here. Grabbing hold of your toes, pulling them back. Inhale and exhale. Okay, sitting up. Now we're going to pop one leg on top of the other knee. You can move back further in the chair if you like. We're going to bring our chest forward as far as we can that's comfortable without pinching it too much. Let's inhale and exhale. This is a good one for the glutes and your hips. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, swapping them over. Okay, one ankle onto the other knee. Holding onto this other knee, chest coming forward. Inhale and exhale. And what you'll find here is that one side is different to the other. And that's okay. That's just the way we're made. Nothing on either side of our body is the exact same. Can you believe that? Cut us down the middle and we're actually different on each side. Inhale and exhale. And if one of them, inhaling coming up, and exhale. If one of them is stiffer than the other, as you go along, you can spend more time doing the stretch on the stiffer side, okay? Now, I'm just going to do a chair one here before I do it standing up. Pop your arm on the back of the chair, sitting side on, with your bottom over the edge a little. What you can do here, if you can do it, do not do this if you can't, is grab hold of your foot. Now, pulling back gently, you will get an amazing stretch down the front of your quads. Okay, they're those big muscles on the top of our legs. Inhale and exhale. If you want to extend that a little bit, bring your chest forward and pull your leg up even further. Inhale and exhale. Righto, we're going to swap sides. Holding onto the back of your chair, sitting so your butt's off the front, grabbing hold of your ankle, dropping your knee towards the ground. Oh, that one hurts worse for me. Okay, let's inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale gently. Now, if you can, extend that stretch a little. Chest comes forward, knee comes back. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. And gently lower that leg back on the ground. While we're here, we can rotate our ankles. So rotating outwards, inhaling and exhaling. To the other side, rotating your ankle. Oh, I'm a bit uncoordinated on that left side. Inhaling and exhaling. This time we're going to go the other way. So we're going to go toes inwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Toes inwards on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms up the front. Exhale, pushing away. Move around to the back of your chair or hang on to a lounge, whichever way you would like. This time we're just going to do a gentle calf stretch. So we're going to step back and we're going to keep our heel off the ground, but stretch it down towards the ground without it touching. Okay, so you should be feeling a stretch up the back of your lower leg. Let's inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, and we'll swap legs over. So stepping back, now moving your heel towards the floor but don't touch. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Swapping over again. This time we're going to take this even further. Stepping back as far as you can. This time we're going to drop your heel and bend your knee if you can. Okay, you don't have to do this one. If you can bend your knee, you'll get a stretch up the front here of your hip. Okay, it's a hard one to hold for very long. So a quick inhale and an exhale, and we'll let that one go. Let's do the other side. So a long step back, dropping your heel a bit and also bending your knee. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and coming in. Oh, that's a hard one, isn't it? Obviously one that we really need to do. Just while we have a little breather, I am actually puffing, which is a good thing. We can come back to our hands. What we're going to do this time is gently take one finger back and then the other, placing a gentle stretch along the finger and along your palm. Next finger, we can inhale and exhale with each one. Inhale, swapping fingers. Exhale, letting go. Last one being your thumb. Inhale, exhale. Swap that over. Now we'll do the other hand. Inhaling, pulling one finger back. Exhaling. Swap fingers. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, swapping fingers, and exhale. Inhale, exhale, and last one. Inhale and exhale. Shaking out your arms, giving your shoulders a shrug. Give your body a wriggle. Coming forward and coming back, really trying to loosen out your shoulders, neck and back. Okay, here I feel like just naturally doing this again. Tilting my head forward, placing a little bit of pressure on it with my hands, stretching out my neck. Okay, inhale. And exhale, coming out of that stretch. I'm just going to do a little bit of exercises and stretching on the floor. If you're not able to get down on the floor, it's not safe for you, that's a-okay. The other stretches that we've done would be suffice. I just thought I'd give people options if they're able to manage it. This foam roller can be really great for stretches, but you do need quite a bit of strength to use it. Sometimes I will get onto it and just roll my back down my spine. So I'll lay on it like this and roll up and down. But honestly, you wouldn't want to see it happen. I'm like a baby elephant trying to get onto this roller just to roll out my vertebrae. So I'm not going to do foam roller exercises, although you may well be able to do it yourself. If you're able to, hop down on the floor and cross your legs, and we'll do a few more exercises here. Let's inhale and exhale. This time we're going to hold on to the floor behind us, pop one arm on this knee, which is on the opposite side, and gently turn your spine looking back, or just looking as far to one side as you can. It doesn't have to be all the way back. Inhale now and exhale. Inhale, and we're going to turn this around. One arm back, One hand over the other knee. Inhale, looking back, exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Coming around to the front. Popping your hands together, clasping your fingers behind your head. We're just going to take a little stretch over to one side. Inhale and exhale. Coming up to the center. Inhaling, going to the other side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, coming up to the center and exhale. Now while you're here, clasp your fingers at the back again. Pulling your chest muscles open. Inhale, exhale. If you want a bit of extra stretch, all you need to do is lift your arms, okay? It's absolutely fine if this is all you can do. I'm pretty much here with you too. But those who need extra stretch can lift their arms. Inhale, exhale. Spinning back around, Jill. Arms to the front again. Linking your fingers, pulling your elbows out, letting your body lean forward, chin on chest. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, and opening up as wide as you can. Inhale and exhale. Okay. Now, from our seated position, we're going to pop one leg out the front and the other foot can rest at your knee. If you want more stretch, it can go up even further. We're going to gently lean forward. And again, you'll find that hamstring and the stretch behind your knee and into your lower back. Inhale and exhale. This time, if you like, you can pull your toes back, and that increases the intensity of the stretch for an inhale and an exhale. Swapping our legs over. Okay, the other one goes out and the other one either rests at about knee level or in as far as comfortable for you. Inhaling, coming forward, exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Grabbing hold of your toes if you can. It's all right if you can't. I am hyperflexible. Inhale and exhale. Okay, inhale and sitting back up. Popping both of your feet together. Now again, they can be sitting out here and it's a-okay. Just draw them in to wherever it's comfortable and you get a bit of a groin stretch. Now we're going to add a bit of pressure to our knees, just a bit. Inhale and pushing down. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now while we're here, we're going to leave one leg as it is, take the other leg out, and we're going to grab hold of our ankle. And this one is a really great quad stretch for here. Inhale and exhale. If you can, take your heel closer to your bottom. Inhale and exhale. Let's swap over sides. So we've got one leg bent. We're going to grab hold of the ankle of the other one. Drop that knee onto the ground and inhale. Exhale. Pulling that stretch a little bit tighter if you need to. Inhale and exhale. Now, this one extends on, keeping this leg bent. I need to turn to show you. Keeping this leg bent in front of you, we're going to roll forward and pop the other leg out the back. Okay? Then you can sink into the stretch, having your chest coming down towards the floor. This one gets deep into your hips and your buttocks. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Of course, you can do these for much longer, but I'm just being conscious of time. Now, hands on the ground, pushing up, head back, chin in, and you're going to get a stretch down your abs. A nice stretch down the front of your belly and into your hips. Inhale and exhale. Okay, we better swap over to the other side. So we're coming back to that almost knees crossed position. Now we better do the other side, taking one leg right back, leaving the other one bent in front of you. Coming over, your bent leg heel should be near to your hip. Okay, so we're going to pop our weight through our toes, and that stretches out through the hip, along the front of your hip. Inhale and exhale. Now coming down towards the ground, letting go of all pressure. Inhale and exhale. Feel that stretch in the bent hip. This time, hands on the floor, pushing up, pushing your hips a little forward, and there it is. Inhale and exhale. Okay, inhale and come back to the seated position. And exhale. What we're going to do now is, I giggle because I don't know if I can do it anymore. Bend your knees in front of you, hold your hands, drop your chin to your chest and stretch out your back. Inhaling and exhaling. Righto, let go of that one. We're going to lay down, knees up, because lots of us have got bad backs. This time we're going to bring one leg up, clasp your fingers behind your knee and gently pull that leg forward. Inhale and exhale. Swapping over, clasp your fingers. Inhale and exhale. Okay, bringing that leg down. Coming up to your seated position. Stay seated on your side. And this one is similar to the one we did in the chair. You grab hold of your ankle, knee to the floor, pull your ankle towards your butt and lean forward through this stretch. Inhaling and exhaling. Releasing that one. Coming over to the other side. So we've got this leg bent, we've got this knee going to the floor, and we're going to hold on to our ankle. Lean onto the side and forward. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to come back around to your seated position. There are lots and lots more stretches that we could do, But I think what I've shown you today is enough to cover top to toe, because crocheting isn't just pain in your hands or your forearms. Our whole body gets affected. I really hope you've enjoyed my stretching exercises and you can follow me and do them over and over again. Just being nice and gentle, not pushing yourself, because there's no competition here. It's all about loosening up your own body and your muscles. That fascia that I talk of, that is the tissue in between the muscles, it needs to stretch out too. So we'll finish off with a lovely inhale, arms up, and an exhale. And we're done.